Hello guys, this is me again. I hope you guys are doing great once more. Now this is where we left off, and we saw how to actually organize our projects folder. We saw how to create a .java file. We saw how to create a .class file, and we actually that's what we did. So today we're going to be actually looking at how to create a jar for this one. So to create a jar, it's simple. So the first thing is that you will need what you call a manifest. A manifest is simply a document that actually how can I say this, it like, I don't want to say because it's not a person, but it like I'm looking for the right word. It gives the entry point to the jar. I don't know if you're following. It gives the entry point to the jar. Like, I've created a jar, and the jar has classes inside. So now when I click on the jar, when I double click on the jar, or when I execute the jar, which class is executed? I don't know if you're following. Which class? Say you have 4 classes in the jar, and now when you double click on the jar, you expect it to execute. Now which of the classes is being executed? You see a bit. Now that is the role of the manifest. The manifest says which class is going to be executed. Now to create the manifest, it's easy. Now for you to create the manifest, you actually need to be in the bin folder where you created your class files. Okay, you need to be here. So what you do is you come to new, and you come to, actually you might want to create it here, bin. So you can new file, you say manifest.mf. now mf, because a manifest actually has the .mf extension. So in the manifest, all you need to do is write main hyphen class. Notice the capitalization of M and C, space, and you put the name of your class. The name of the class here is project 1. You don't have to put the class extension. Okay, you don't have to put the class extension. Now what I'm going to say now is very important, so you should really follow up. After writing this line, you actually need to hit enter twice, like 1, 2. Okay, it's mandatory. You need these 2 empty lines. Okay, now that you have them, you just save it, and that's it. Okay, now the next step is that you have to come to your command prompt, and again you have to be in the folder directory. You have to be in the folder directory. Now if you're forgetting how to be in the folder directory, all you need to do is, for example, if I have to go back to my desktop, I will say cd for create directory, C, because this C stands for this C, as you can see. And again, I said for the forward or backward slash, it's your choice. Okay, you have users, and then you have the first enhancer. Okay, now I'm here. So now I'll say create directory desktop. I am on the desktop, and when I want to go to my project, I just say create directory project, and I'm in my project, for those who have forgotten. Okay, now we need to create the jar, we need to go to the bin folder. So now that we're in the bin folder, all we need to do is use a special command, jar hyphen c f v m. Now C means create, so I'm actually saying jar, create the jar file. Okay, C means create the jar file. F stands for the file name. So what is going to be the name of the jar file? You see, it's like somebody enters and say, okay, your boss enters and say, okay, I want you to create a software. Okay, he's asking you to create it, and then now he says the software is going to be called my software. You see my software. That will be the name. Now V stands for verbose, meaning that all what the computer is doing, or what the Java system is doing, it's going to be outputting the results here, so you can see what it's actually doing. And now M stands for manifest. So After that, you need to put a space and then you actually write the name of the jar file you want to create. So I'll say project1.jar. You don't need to say project1, you could give it any name, okay? For example, so to avoid any ambiguity, I'll call it sample.jar. Now you need to give the name of the manifest file you created, which is manifest.mf. okay, now the mf has to be capitalized, don't forget. So now all you need to do now, the last part, is you have to give the classes that you are going to be putting in the jar file. So since you are in bin, the class we have in bin presently is project1.class. So what you're going to do is you're going to say project1.class and then you press enter. When you press enter, now this line, these two lines you're seeing, it's because of this verbose. This is what the Java was doing and it's actually showing here because we use the v option. So now it's saying that the manifest that you created was added and this was added. So basically that's it. Now to run the jar, you have to say Java, okay? My tongue slipped there, I was about to say jar. Sorry about that. So we say Java hyphen space hyphen jar, okay, and then you write the name of the jar file. In our case it's sample.jar, and then you hit enter and then you see that this is my, as you can see here. Now we've executed the jar. So this is the end of the video. I hope it helps you. It has to help you because if not we'll get an F. So okay, see you in the next video.